Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. Today you need a stability ball and a mat, which you should lay out side onto me like this, and a set of dumbbells. Keep some water handy for hydration, clear away the rest of your space, and let's get started with the warm-up. We're going to work on strength and balance today. Separate your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders. Big deep breath in, reaching up. Press the hips forward, open the front of the body, brace your core, keep your knees soft, and hinge forward at the hips. Lift up and roll your shoulders. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Hinge. Knees are soft. Lift up. Roll your shoulders. Now squat down and up. Sitting back. I'm going to do warm-up freestanding and then use the ball for a few of our stretches and teach you a few of the transitions you'll see in today's class a little bit later. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now squat and reach across to the left. Reach across to the right. Warming up the legs, warming up the hips and the upper back with the rotation. Last one. Reach across side to side, reach. Release the heel and swivel the foot. Press out, reach out level with your shoulder, thumb up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll both shoulders back and go ahead and put your ball at the end of your mat. Sit on the ball. Just have a little bounce. Feel how inflated your ball is. Hopefully your knees are about the same height as your hips. Walk out. Walk down the length of your mat, leaning back till you're leaning back on the ball. Lower your hips and sink down like you're in a deep squat. Bring your hands behind your head, open your elbows, and press out on top of the ball. Stretching out the front of your body, your chest, your hips. Big, deep stretch. That feels so good. Now bend your knees, roll the ball forward. Keep your eyes open when you do this. It makes it easier to balance. Sink the hips, walk up, contract your abdominals, lift up, and sit right up on top of the ball. Now flex your ankles, hinge forward at the hips. Let's repeat that one more time. Plant your feet, walk out leaning back, sink the hips, down. Bring your hands behind your head, open your elbows, press on top, stretching back. Stretching and opening the front of your body, supporting the head, opening the elbows, bend the knees, sink the hips, release your hands, walk up to sitting, use your abdominals, and then sitting up on the ball, flex your ankles and hinge forward at the hips, stretching the hamstrings and the calves. Good. Now bring the ball into the center of your mat. Have your feet wide apart and then step your right leg across, lift up so that you're on the right side of your bottom, and step your left leg back. Bring your right hand onto the ball and press your left hip forward so you feel a stretch in the front of the hip. Reach up. Good. Let's do the other side. Lift up and rotate round, swivel the foot, place the ball underneath your left hip. Bring your left hand onto the ball, take your right hand, reach up and lean back. Lean towards the back of the room. And lift up. Sit facing forward, have a little bounce, and let's get ready to start our strength and balance training. We're going to do 3 moves for 2 sets. There's 3 different sets of 3 moves. I'm going to start my timer. We're doing each movement for about 40 seconds. So 40 to 45 seconds. You'll have about 20 seconds to switch in between exercises. Pick up your ball. Hold it in front of you. About waist height. Hip distance apart with your feet. You're going to lunge your right leg back. Lunge. Take a big step back with your left foot. Sink down and rotate round. There's the balance challenge. Lift, bring forward and stand up. Tap the toe. Lunge. Rotate. Center and tap the toe. Again, lunge. Bend the knees. Rotate round. Back to the center and tap the toe. Lunge. Bend the knees. Rotate. Back to the center and tap the toe. Rotate, center, tap the toe. Last one, lunge, rotate, center, and tap the toe. Put your ball down, pick up your dumbbells, bend your knees, starting with some shoulder training. Sit on your ball, bring the dumbbells up to your shoulders, lengthen the spine, have your feet hip distance. Now press up and down, one at a time. Up and down, one at a time. Now, to increase the balance challenge, you're going to lift the opposite leg. So you're balancing on one leg on an unstable surface. That's quite a challenge. That is only an option. If that feels too much for you, you keep both feet down. You have the choice. Good. Put your dumbbells down, off to the side, and come onto the length of your mat on the ball. Walk down, and then lift your hips up so that your head, neck, and shoulder are supported on the ball. Bring your hands up. I call this Charlie's Angels. Lace your fingers, point one finger up. Now rotate towards me and twist your hips so you stack your shoulders. Come back to the center. Now go the other way. Rotate away from me. Stack your shoulders. Come back to the center. Hips high. This is a core exercise, a compound core exercise. Lots of muscles working. It's not isolated. Rotate. Come back to the center and walk up to sitting. Let's do the other side of the legs and then the other two exercises. Pick up your ball. This time your right leg steps back and you rotate to the left. Bring the ball up to waist height, feet at hip distance. Step your right leg back, rotate to the left, come back to the center and tap the toe. Lunge, rotate, center, and tap the toe. Lunge, bend both knees, rotate, center. You'll even feel a little bit of core on that rotation. Lunge, bend both knees, rotate, strengthening the left leg. Tap the toe, lunge, rotate. Big challenge on that rotation. Put the ball down. Pick up your dumbbells. Sit on your ball. Shoulders. So your feet are about hip distance apart. Dumbbells at your shoulders. Lift your chest and lengthen your spine. Alternating press. Start right. Now left. Now, to add a further balance challenge, you can lift the opposite leg, the opposite foot off the floor, like you're marching. Stay tall through your posture. Press up. One more each way. Put your dumbbells down. Charlie's Angels. Bring your ball to the end of your mat. Face the length of your mat and walk down till your head, neck and shoulders are supported on top. Then lift your hips up. Bring your hands straight up from your shoulders. Lace your fingers, point one fingers, like Charlie's Angels. Now rotate to me. Rotate the hips, rotate the ball, stack your shoulders, and come back to the center. Rotate away from me. Rotate the hips, stack the shoulders, come back to the center. One more time each way. Rotate slowly, and come back to the center. And rotate slowly. Come back to the center. Hold there and come down. Walk up. Okay, that was our first series of movements. There's 2 more series of movements, 3 moves, 2 sets of each. Starting back to legs, you're going to stand either behind your mat or on your mat, depending on what kind of mat you have. If it's super spongy, it's going to be more of a balance challenge. Stand to the left end of your mat or to the left end of your room. Hold the ball at waist height. Now lunge to the right, reach across and tap the toe. Bring it across the body, reach and tap. Swing the ball down and lift it up. Swoop and up. Tap the toe. Swoop across and tap the toe. Doesn't that feel good? I love how that feels. Swoop across. Feel that balance challenge with the momentum of the ball as you push back. Tap the toe. Put your ball down. Pick up your dumbbells. Chest press. We're going to be in that bridge position. So walk out. This time again, your head, neck and shoulders are supported. Hips high, dumbbells up. Now, one arm at a time. Inhale, exhale, other side. Inhale down, exhale up. Keep your hips high. Inhale and exhale as you press up. Lower the elbow. A little bit in between your hip. There's space in between your hip and your shoulder. So it's not straight out from the shoulder, it's down a little. Pressing up. One more each side. That's it. Good. Come up and put your dumbbells down and come kneel behind your ball. Bird dog for your back and posture. Lift up, lengthen the spine, and then roll over the ball. Push out, stretch your arms out. Opposite arm and leg lifts and lowers. I'm right up on my fingertips. Makes it a little bit more of a balance challenge, and it's also easier on your wrists. It's going to strengthen your finger muscles. That's right, you didn't probably think about that. You want to have strong fingers. It improves your grip strength. Thumb up as you reach up. One more each side. And come down. Bend the knees. Lift up. Let's do that side lunge on the other side. And then we'll do the chest press and the bird dog. Okay. Come to the right side of your space so you can lunge to your left. Bring the ball up to the side a little. Lunge out to your left. Here we go. Lunge and sweep the ball up. Tap the toe. Sit back and tap the toe. Sweep across and tap the toe. Lift up. Sit back and come up. Sit back. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. Tap the toe. One more. Put the ball down. Chest press. Sit on the ball. Hinge to pick up your dumbbells. All right, here we go. Walk down, lean back, and then lift your hips up. Dumbbells up. Hips high. Down and up with one side. Down and up with the other side. Keep your hips high. Inhale and exhale and press. Keep your hips really high. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you press up. One more each side. Good. Come down. We'll come up and then put your dumbbells down the other end of your mat. We're going to use them in a moment for something else. All right, kneel behind your ball, lengthen the spine, and then lie over the ball. Tuck your toes, come up on top. Stretch your fingers out. Opposite arm and leg. Stretch up and down. Other side, reach for opposite ends of the room. Your thumb points up as you raise the arm. One more each side. And come down. Bring your ball to the other end of your mat and come lie on your back with your feet on the ball. Do it like this. Come onto your side and then roll onto your back. And bend your knees. Palms of your hands face up. Flex your ankles. Bridge up, roll the ball, roll it in, and lower the hips. Hamstrings, backs of your shoulders down. Roll the ball, roll it in, and lower it down. Lift up, roll it out. Keep the inside edge of the whole of your foot touching, including where the big toe knuckle is. Roll it in and lower it down. Last one. Roll out, roll in, and down. Now leave your heels resting on the ball and pick up one dumbbell. Hold the dumbbell up above your chest. Keep your elbows basically straight. Roll the ball away from you a little so just your heels are lightly touching on the front edge of the ball. Shoulders down. Now stretch the arms overhead and bring it in. This time, as you stretch the arm overhead, take one leg, roll it away with the ball, and then bring it in. And now bring it all the way in, other leg out and in. Adding a core element to this movement for the upper body. Keep alternating your legs. And you're welcome, of course, just to keep your feet resting. This adds another element of challenge. And in. Now both legs at the same time. See if you can do both. And in. Put your dumbbell down. And then pick up your ball. We've got a dead bug. I love the dead bug with the big ball. Okay, have your knees wide, hands wide. Knees and hands press into the ball. Now take your opposite arm and leg, stretch out, and come in. Other side. Press into the ball as you stretch out and in with the opposite arm and leg. Press your hand into the ball, press your knee into the ball. Opposite arm and leg. Exhale as you bring the hand in. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you bring it in. Last one. Very good. Second set. Oh. Hamstring curl. Palms of your hands face up. Shoulders roll back. Feet on the ball, knees bent. Inside edge of the feet touching the whole way along the length of your foot. Inside edge. Lift the hips. Roll the ball. Roll it in and lower the hips. Lift the hips. Roll it out. Roll it in, lower it down. Hips. Roll in and down. Lift the hips. Roll the ball. Roll it in and come down. Feel this in the backs of your thighs, right here. And down. Good. All right, walk the ball a little bit away from you and pick up your dumbbell. Pull over with core. Brace your core tightly. Rest your heels lightly on the ball. Now, you can keep your feet exactly where they are or add that challenge by moving the leg out and in. Here we go. I'm going straight to it. In, 2, 3, 4. Other side out. And in. In. Make sure there's no movement in your torso. You're using your abdominals to stabilize as your arms go out and in. Here's the last one. Good. Ball, dumbbell goes down. You're going to pick up your ball. Use your legs. Pick it up. Whoop. There we go. All right. Hands and knees wide. Core braced firmly. Opposite arm and leg stretches out. Press your other arm and knee into the ball. Stretch and in. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you bring it in. Very challenging movement. Looks really easy. Couldn't be farther from the truth if it tried. Very challenging. Do as many as you can. Take a break if you need to. Push into the ball as much as you can. Last one. Good. Put the ball down. Oh. Rest your legs on top of the ball. Oh. Take a couple of deep breaths. Okay. Leave your left leg on the ball. Pick up your right leg. Pull it in towards you. Circle your ankle as you stretch the leg up. And then hold at the top of the movement, stretching the hamstring, flex your ankle, pulling the toes right back towards your shins. Flex the foot, push up through the heel. Bend the knee. Now bend your other knee. Straighten the leg, leave it resting on the ball, and then draw it in towards you. Now support the ankle with your hand and press the knee back. Stretch out a little and bring it in. Using your other leg to create a stretch in your right hip. Out and roll in. Two more. Out and roll in. Out and roll in. Good. Uncross. Rest your right leg on top. Take a hold of your left thigh. Circle the ankle. Mine just cracked. As you bring it up, and then when you get to the top, stop and press out through your heel. Flex the ankle, pulling the toes back towards your shin as you pull the leg in towards you, feeling a stretch down the back of your thigh and right down into the back of your calf as well. Bend the knee, place your right foot on top of the ball, stretch it out and cross your left ankle over your right knee. Flex the ankle and now draw in. Now support with your right hand on your left ankle, left hand on the inside of the knee. Stretch out and pull in. Roll out and pull in. And release. Uncross the leg. Pull the ball in towards you. Open your knees and touch your heels together. Bring your arms out to the side and just roll a little side to side, loosening up your back. Keep your shoulders flat. Just an easy roll side to side, not bringing the leg all the way down. Just easy side to side roll. And then roll onto your side, push up, and come up behind your ball. Kneeling high behind the ball, roll it away, and press down through your shoulders. Let your head hang heavy in between your arms, stretching the shoulders. You'll feel a nice stretch right through your armpits, maybe a little bit in your chest as well, in your lats, and come up. Come stand up and then sit on your ball at the end of your mat. Walk out and sink your hips. That's a nice stretch. You're leaning back on the ball. Bring your hands behind your head like we did in the warm-up. Let's just stretch out over the ball and stretch the whole front of your body. And then bend your knees. Sink the hips, release the hands, and then walk up to sitting. And then bring the ball into the center of your mat and sit facing forward. Hip stretch. Rotate to one side. So you're sitting on one side of the ball. Reach up. Squeeze your inner thigh in towards the ball. Feeling a deep stretch in the front of the hip. Other side. Lift up. Go across, swivel. Place one side of your bottom on the ball. Place your hand on the ball. Reach. Squeeze your inner thigh into the ball. Press your hip forward. And open the front of your hip. And come up. Face forward. Have a little bounce. Keeping your core braced. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, tilt to one side. Inhale, exhale, tilt to the other side. Inhale, exhale down. We are completely done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel strong and stable and balanced and energized. I can't wait to move with you again.